Alright, I know I never updated after my last therapy session last Friday. Um, it was terribly difficult, and I didn't feel like I could, really talk. Um, I walked in there and immediately started crying, and, last Friday, that is, um, and just felt like I don't even know how to explain it. I was just really stuck. Like I had said before, I just wanted to be as small and quiet and tiny, and I just felt like I wasn't real, and I was just like in the middle of this huge trauma. Um, like I walked in there, and I mean, she knew immediately. She's like, "You're right in the middle of trauma right now, aren't you?" And I said that I didn't know, but I thought so. Um, so um, no, that was I know that was really hard, and um, the brakes are acting funny in this car. I don't really know what's going on. That's weird. Okay, so I'm sorry. What I was saying was that, um, yeah, I don't know. I was just having a really having a difficult time. Um, and I didn't feel like I could really talk afterward. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a rundown on my day. I went to therapy. I had a really bad flashback. Um, I was right in the middle of the whole thing, and my therapist wanted me to try to kind of rewrite it in that instead of being stuck in the shower um, with someone that I should not have been in the shower with to begin with, that, I created this scenario where the police came by and they, saved me and took me away, and I was safe, um, and that just trying to kind of rewrite um, the scene so I can kind of try to rewire everything, like reprocess. And it was terribly difficult, and it was 2.5 hours of therapy, and um, I cried a lot, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and I couldn't get the body memories to go away, and I didn't feel like I was real, um, and it was very, very, very difficult. Um, I didn't know, I just didn't know what to do with myself. Um, so I had to tell her exactly what was going on in the flashback, and we talked about it, and then kind of rewrote the scene, and um, so she wants every time I have that specific flashback to try to um, rehearse what it would be like if someone came and saved me instead of me getting hurt. And I got to my car after, and my brake lines have a huge gash in them, so I have no brake fluid, and I have to drive from one side of the city clearly to the other, um, with no breaks, and I made it back to the apartment. And then I called my boss. I had to be at work in an hour. I called my boss and asked if I could borrow their car, which graciously they said yes. I went to work. Work was fine. I Then I came. Oh, and then I went to group, which was terribly difficult. I told them kind of what had happened in therapy, and we talked about disclosure and who you tell and what parts you tell, and if acceptance and accepting what happened to you, and that was really hard. Um, so we did that, and then I came back to my apartment, and there's no electricity and there's no heat in the entire building. So I think again I'm gonna go sleep at work. Um, it's been a really long day. You know those days when you're just like, fuck this. I should just go back to bed and wait for tomorrow. That's exactly what I should have done today. Just wait till tomorrow. So there's that. And I know that I never updated after therapy last Friday. I really couldn't. That was nearly 3 hours of a lot of crying, a lot of being uncomfortable, a lot of I just felt so uncomfortable in my skin, and I just felt like I wanted to be just like I had said on my way to therapy, that it didn't feel real, and I just wanted to be like invisible. And I got in a big fight with boyfriend, and that I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to be around anyone. And the therapist is pretty convinced that this is some kind of anniversary, which is why I'm having such a hard time right now. So, and I don't altogether disagree with that. I mean, she very well could be correct. I don't remember. The thing is, I don't remember, so I don't know. But I do know that the last time I've had such extreme discomfort and body memories and dreams was when my last anniversary that I do know about came around, and that was very difficult. So, but after therapy on Friday, I just couldn't verbalize anything. I was just exhausted, and you know, to the point where my therapist was going to call boyfriend for me because I literally was just like, I can't talk right now. Um, and but she said to make sure that I am staying present, that I'm going to want to curl up into myself and not be around people and just be quiet, very still. But I know that that's not a good place for me to be. That's actually a very unsafe place for me to be, because that's where I really get stuck in trauma. Um, and so I I've been trying to stay present, and so we'll see what tomorrow brings. And I have to somehow get my car up to the dealership, or not the dealership, the mechanics. Um, Even though it has no brake lines, and hopefully the electricity and the building is on again, so I can um, open my garage to get into my car, to get to my car to begin with, um, so it can be towed. I don't know logistically how that's going to work out, but whatever. So, not having the best of times right now. So much. Life's been pretty hard lately, but I'm muscling through. So, here's my update, my Wednesday update. And hopefully Friday's update will be better. So I wish you all peace. Good night.